All right, hello and welcome to update 0.5.4.30. And I have some exciting fun stuff to share with you in this update. All right, so let's just jump right in. One of the first things that you may have already even noticed is let's just jump over to the Steam page for PinBuilder. And let's bring that up on the screen. There it is. Okay, so you might have noticed if you go to PinBuilder here and you click that and you see this page, you may have noticed that there are some achievements. Well, I've added those recently, and basically you'll earn those as you play the game, and you can come in here and see which ones you've earned and which ones you haven't earned, and you can basically see them all by clicking View Achievements, and then there they are. So the ones you've earned, they turn full color, and the other ones that are unearned are excuse me, my allergies are kicking my ass lately, and it's tough. Okay, so anyways, black and white, those are the ones that you haven't earned yet, and some of these are serious and some are silly, and whatever, they're meant to make the game more fun. Currently, there are no notifications or anything in the game itself, so you won't see anything in the game when you earn an achievement yet. I am still working on that. I'm working on a cohesive image animation effect thing for that, so I just want it to be consistent, so I have to make it work across all levels and yada 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 blah blah blah. So there you go. All right. So let me get rid of this. And you know what's funny is I keep forgetting to turn off those things that I have covering the game. And I completely forget what the heck I'm doing. And I recorded so many videos that you couldn't have seen what I was talking about because it was covered up. So anyways, let's go to the next thing. This one is big, and I think you guys will really dig this. I have finished up the user room option, at least for now, until I work out the FBX import routine so that you could import 3D models. Rooms would be one thing that I think would be cool if we could import rooms, and you could just import an entire room you've got, stick it in there. But right now in the menu, you'll notice that there is this that there's this room called user and then parentheses user. And then if you click that and open it opens up that template user room. And what that is this. Oh, no, that's a tilt mechanism. So this is the room. So you can see there's wall 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you can tell that's floor tiles and ceiling tiles. And then all you got to do is go to the excuse me, file folder shown there, and let's actually move over here, and I am going to bring up my file explorer, and I want to show you where these files are and how to copy them. And let's turn that on. Okay, so geez. In your My Documents, now in my case it's called Win10 Documents. That's because I have it on a network share. But this would be your My Documents folder, PinBuilder, and then inside there are these folders. And if you go into User Images and then Rooms, you'll see these 6 files. You won't see these up here. And basically what the game does is the menu looks for any files named RM, or actually any file names with both rm_user_ and _1.png in the file name. And when it finds that, it gets the name of it from each of these, files, or however many there are, and it puts it right there in the menu. So it'll see those images and it'll say, okay, I found those images. Let's pop those in here and make them available so that when you open your menu here, you see those rooms are there. And I'm sorry, see, I forgot to close the file manager. File mangler. Okay, so anyways, I'm sorry my throat is so raspy. I'm having a allergy day, you know. The spring has sprung. Over here anyway. All right, so back to the file folder. The way you want to do this is you would basically copy all 6 of these files, and I'm only going to copy this one. And it's going to copy and then paste it. I want to take off the copy stuff, and then instead of user, let's say I'm going to make a room, and it's going to look like living room. Whoops. Or like a living room. So for all of the files I copied, I just want to make sure all the file names are exactly the same, except the only difference being the number at the end of the file name there. So it'd be, you know, room underscore user underscore living room underscore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're done doing that, you will have a copy of all of these named, say, my room, for example. Then you want to open up those files in your favorite photo editor, make them whatever you want, and then resave them as these PNG files. And then when you go in here to PinBuilder and you open this up, you'll see, hey, there's my room. And it says user. That is important. That has to be shown there for loading purposes so that it can find the file name. And so if you click on your thing, it'll open up the last table or pinball machine that you had played in the game room here. And it'll open it up in the user room with your textures on the walls. Now these textures are 1920 by 1080, so expect a little bit of stretching. My cat, I gotta do something about this cat. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, he's gonna go rub on the thing over there on the file cabinet. All right, so oh my God, I did it again. See, this is so. Damn it, I hate this. I always forget to turn the stinking thing off. But anyways, you get the idea. I'm sorry about the file manager. I hate that, but I'm not going to re-record this again. I'm tired of doing this. I've started and stopped this video so many times because of that, and because I found shit that I had to fix. Would you quit that? You silly boy. All right, so let's move on. One of the things you might have noticed in here is that humming sound, that 60 cycle hum. What is that? Where is it coming from? Oh, it's coming from down here. Aha! That's it. No textures yet. I'm working on those. But there it is. That's the 60 cycle hum source. Now you'll notice that it is spatial. So it is spatial, but let's say you're, messing around here with your table, playing it, and you're like, God, I'm sick of that frickin' 60 cycle hum bull crap. God damn it. Why did she put that in there? Well, I put it in there for realism, but I find that it drives me nuts too. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go into settings. And then right here, play 60 cycle hum and play mode. Whoa. Thank God she put that option there. And now we can play. Without hearing that damn hum. All right, so that's one new thing too. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let's go over into edit mode. And I'll show you something cool. I just want to tell you guys, I love this. I love this. I love this so much. I fucking love pinball. And I love making this game. I love it. It is so much fun. This drives me to to get out of bed every morning is what I meant to say. You know what I mean? Like, you've got that kind of thing in your life where you're just like, oh man, I can't wait to get in there and, do that or whatever it is. You think about it all the time and all you want to do is like work on this thing that you love and make it better and share it with people. And, that's so much fun. And thanks for being here on this ride with me. I know I say that like every video I make, and I'm sorry. Maybe I should try to keep this much more professional and be very cold and, the latest addition to the program has been... No, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. Anyway, maybe if somebody wants to buy this from me for like $10 million, I'll sell it, and then they can do that with it. And I will just move to Jamaica or something. I don't know. Shit. Okay, so what was I coming in here for? I don't even remember. I can't. All right, let's see. What was it? Oh, yeah, I remember. All right, I'm going to do something here. Like, okay, you've probably been looking at this space and thinking, gee, I know what you did. Get to it. Because you can see it already. You can see what I did. It's already there. It's in front of your face. It's literally right in the center of the screen right now. What is in the center of the screen right now? It's the tilt mechanism. Hey! She fixed the tilt mech. All right. Now, forgive me for not having these same wonderful textures on the deep cabinet version. I know they look like crap, but I am in the process of redoing a lot of stuff on the cabinets too. And over time, quickly, when there's less coding stuff to do, I can really jump back into the texturing and stuff, because I want to pop these models all into a program called Substance, which will make them look so realistic. Like, they're going to look so good. Like, I'm going to texture all this too with real world textures that I take of my own stuff. The reason I build this particular transformer and tilt mech and cabinets and legs and everything, these are all parts from machines that I have had in my house that I've restored. So I'm very familiar with them. So yeah, that is why it's this particular era of machines, in case you're wondering. So if we now change to wide body, ta-da, look at that. It moves with it. And if we go to deep, it goes there, and that's a little bit different than the other. And God, these textures look like ass. Urgh. I can't stand the way that looks. I think it's got something to do with this being illuminated up here, because there's an illumination texture too that works with this. Oh no, it's if you have anything lighter than black, it illuminates. That's right. So let's go back to standard. And yeah, so those are actually positioned in the correct spot now in either play mode or edit mode or build mode, whatever you want to call it. It's technically, it's edit mode. Let's see. Okay, so there was that. Oh yeah. I don't know if you noticed this, but previously you could select and I'm using air quotes around that word, you could select the playfield and hit delete, and it would actually delete the playfield. And yeah, that wasn't good. It was not good. So I fixed that. You can't do that anymore, which is good. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see what else. I did some more cut. Oh yeah. So let's say you make an insert, and let's turn it on so that we can see how the lit color is going to look. And we're going to make that just a pretty blue. And I want to scale this down a little bit. And now, let's see. Now I can move that. Oh yeah. If you want to see these without the grabber, which is red, so if I get down here, you can see this kind of dome over it. That's the grabber to grab that and move it. Maybe that should be flatter, actually, so that you can't accidentally grab it if you're trying to grab something behind it. I should fix that. I'll do that in the next update. Or maybe I might actually do that in this update. So, yeah. Anyways, that's going to happen. But the problem that I was having, and you were having too, was when you wanted to duplicate one of these with Alt-D, it was just duplicating an insert that was the default insert. But now it duplicates everything correctly. So if we turn those off, you see those are lit. We can turn the lights down and see some lits. Some other stuff is kind of illuminated as well. Just because. Anyway, so, oh man, that looks so good. I'm so proud of myself. Oh, I see something I forgot to fix. Maybe you'll notice what it is. If you do, post it in the comments. You can see it right now. But yeah, I love this, man. This is so much fun. I can't wait to be able to get more visually and crafty and with sound also. Sound plays such an important role in video games, in my opinion, and there's a lot of sound that needs to happen in here, and I have some ideas. I also have another idea I'm going to share with you in a minute here, but let me make sure I'm done. Let's see. The list is added achievements, custom room option, function in play mode to take a screenshot. Also, if you're curious, you can hit K in edit mode, and you can see a lot of the key commands. I think by now there's more, so I need to make sure that this is up to date soon. But this is pretty close to everything. Let's see, 60 cycle hum thing. Fix a tilt in edit mode. Deletion of playfield. And duplication with inserts. Yeah, all right, that's it. So that's all the things in this update. And if you're curious, that's what the flippers look like when they get wear on the thing. So speaking of this, excuse me, these won't look like this if you have wear rate set to off, all the way off. But if you put it on fast, they'll get dirty really quickly, and like immediately, pretty much, they'll look like that. But one thing that doesn't yet change, and this is something I am going to add in the near future, is the bounciness factor of the rubber. So I want to save these things with the machine so that basically you could play a game, your table, over periods of time. So if you had 1 hour of playtime on it, it would still look pretty new and it would play pretty normally, and the rubber would be in good shape and stuff. But if you had 500 hours of playtime on it, you know, the things would be loosening up. stuff would be getting dirty. Rubber would be not as bouncy. There'd be junk on the playfield probably, and things would break, you know? So I want to implement all that in the not too distant future, because that's an aspect of this that I think will be fun, and it's meant to be somewhat simulation-like, you know? Just as an FYI, and gee, I might not have pointed this out yet. I don't think I did, actually. I've done this video so many times, I don't remember now if I did this or showed you this one or not. So, yeah, I don't think I did. So, you know, if you save your table, like if you save this and then you go to the menu, this wouldn't update with that new image until you either hit toggle hidden and came back and it would reload, or you just went into play mode or whatever, you know. But now this updates. So this tile image updates when you're here. So you could get a shot of your cabinet over here if you wanted to. But that's not fun because, you know, the playfield's over there and this is just sitting here with the glass against the wall, and that doesn't look good. So one of the things I did was, oh, there goes the cat again. While you're in play mode, hey you, it's a different cat. This one is Grayson. Okay, so while you're in play mode, if you think of photo, that's the P key. And if you forget, you can press K and see this. So if you look at the P key and follow the line, it says take screenshot from menu tile. So if we do that, press P, and then we go to the menu, you'll see that that's the picture now for it. Oh, there's the other cat. And then this one, if you update your game to Steam, it'll update with that new picture. So you could actually, excuse me, goodness, I'm getting so dry. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So you can make a custom room wall that has a custom texture here that says your game name and maybe your name or your Steam name or whatever you want. You know, it could be like a billboard for your game. And then you could just hit P, and then it takes that picture. And then when you upload it to Steam, it would use this picture. But now I'm thinking, wait a minute. If we go straight over to edit mode, yeah, we can hit the Steam upload here. So if I hit that, then I can save a description of the table and then hit submit, and then it'll appear on Steam with this image, you know, as it would have with this one back. Oops, I didn't want to click that. Whoops. Yep, I accidentally clicked it. And that's right, I ended up foobarring this for some reason. My version of that. So, let's see. So anyways, you can take your own pictures here. If you have the HUD up, it's not going to take the HUD into account. So if I go back to a boop boop a doo, let's go back to play mode. Play mode. So if I have that HUD on, and well, let's say I want to change up the FOV. Let's do this. And then I hit P, and we take a look at that. You'll see that the HUD is not part of the screenshot. So keep that in mind. And we'll roll back to 90. Okay, so I have an idea, and I'm going to run this out there. I'm going to just throw this out there, and you guys can consider this or not. But see, this is a video game, right? This whole thing is PinBuilder is not meant to be like, hey, this is just for designing pinball machines. No, the whole thing is supposed to be a game in and of itself. So, basically, I have this idea that I think it would be really cool. First, I need to figure out how I can do multiplayer so that when you have 4 people, let's say you have a list of friends, like maybe here you click, it's like friends or multiplayer or whatever. And then you'll have a little menu. Let's see. Oh yeah, I took that out. You'll have a menu and your friends who played the game will be online, and you'll invite them to your arcade to play your games. And basically you would hit T, and then they would hit T, and the other friend would hit T, and those 3 games would start. You'd all see this same exact image. It should be the same room and everything, right? So it'll be as if everyone is standing here in this room together. You can talk to each other and hear each other. And then the first person, they hit the ball and they play, and the ball drains and blah blah blah, and it moves on to player 2, and then that person in their own house on their version of PinBuilder plays their ball, and so on and so forth. So that's the first thing I want to do. That's like a big aspect of this game, PinBuilder. Hey, quit it! My cats are now wrestling. So that's something I want to do in the near future, like within the next month or 2. Really, I'd like to get that done. But that's going to be a big undertaking. So I'm not sure about that yet, and testing it'll be a challenge. So anyways, that's idea number 1. But then the next idea I have is, let's say the game starts you out in, okay, so let me back up. The concept is, quote, career mode. So you start out with $500. And you go, you have $500 to design and build your first pinball machine, and you go into edit mode and you spend money on components. Like each component would cost a certain amount, right? And I would like to base that on real world prices if I can. It will definitely be based on real world prices, but it's probably not something I would try to keep up with or have be an automatic thing or anything like that. I don't know. It should be modifiable though at some point, of course. But anyways, the idea being that you have $500, you buy a beat up cabinet and you put some stuff on it, or maybe you could buy one that's already set up and you just fix it for a certain amount of money. Maybe that would be good. And that way you can make it playable, and essentially you would start off with a garage, like a basic, normal, modern garage, because you got this pinball machine and you put it in your garage and the neighborhood kids come and play it. So they actually put a quarter in and they play, and hey, that's fun, and you're earning money. But you also earn a quarter every time somebody starts a game if they subscribe to it on Steam Workshop. So, anyone else, not you, who plays it on the Steam Workshop or via the Steam Workshop would contribute towards your income. And what that income would work towards, it's not real income. Let's not be silly. It would be in-game income. in PB dollars or whatever, right? And that would contribute towards your next table. And so you would you could either work on upgrading the one you have and making it better, and more people could come play it, and maybe even an AI could play it based on how it's configured or something. I don't know. And I mean, like, play in quotes there. But anyways, I don't know. That's just an idea. So the money contributes to your account, and then you make more machines, and then you can buy the next room or the next arcade, basically, which would be like, I don't know, like a spot in a strip mall, maybe, where you've got like 10 pinball machines and you just put them in there, and then you'd have the rent, I guess, to pay. And it could get deep and clunky. I don't know. This is just an idea that I thought about recently that I thought might be kind of fun to add to the whole thing here. But definitely the multiplayer aspect of it, because I think that could be really cool, So yeah, definitely the multiplayer stuff's coming soon, because I think that'll be really cool. But anyways, that's pretty much it for today, for this update. And thanks for listening to me ramble while nothing much was happening on screen here. And well, I look forward to working on this more later, but I'm going to take a couple of days off and relax. So you guys take care of yourselves, make some pinball machines dreams come true. Yeah, woo. Later.